Dear students, in this video, we are going to discuss the outcomes of connecting the resistances in several patterns. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to discuss over here is what will happen if the resistances are connected in a series combination. Suppose you have resistors of different resistances. For example, let us suppose I have three resistors having resistances R1, R2 and R3, and I choose to connect them in series combination. Series combination means I am connecting them end to end. Okay, I am connecting them end to end like this. This was resistor number 1, resistor number 2 and resistor number 3. Here you have. So they are connected end to end. So when I'll do that, suppose to this combination I have applied a potential difference. I have connected this combination to a battery like this, where the EMF of battery is simply E. So what if this is A point and this is B point? So what is the potential difference between A and B? It is provided by this battery, which is capital V. Okay, so now the current will start flowing, and the conventional current flows from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery. So the current goes from here, and this is the same current which is coming up here. And then you know that charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. So whatever charge has gone from here will be the charge that will come here. It will keep on circulating. So see, you have three different resistors, and the current flowing through this entire combination is I only. So the potential drop across these three resistors will be different, and that will be across this resistor. It will be V1 equals to IR1, V2 equals to IR2, V3 equals to IR3 because of Ohm's law. So these potential drops across these three resistors will sum up to give the total potential difference. Like, total potential difference is V, this much between A and B. Okay, so this will be equal to the sum of the potential difference between A and C. Okay, and the potential difference between C and D, and the potential difference between D and B. Because resistances are different, so potential drop तीनों resistors के लिए different होगा. So in that way, V1 can be written as IR1, V2 can be written as IR2, V3 can be written as IR3, and when you'll add them, you're going to get this. But don't you think that when the resistors are connected this way, like in series, they are joined end to end, so there will be overall resultant equivalent resistance of the combination. So let me replace this entire combination by an equivalent resistance RS like this, so that the same situation can be drawn like this. And after that, we know that the total potential difference will be total current flowing multiplied by total resistance, equivalent resistance RS, resistance in series, or resistance S series. So V can be written as IRS equals to I as it is, and in place of RS, see, you have the value of V as this and IRS. So they both can be compared. This stuff can be compared to this stuff, and RS will be R1 plus R2 plus R3, which means if resistances are connected end to end, they are connected in series combination, the equivalent resistance will be equal to sum of all the individual resistances. But in a series resistor circuit, you must remember few things. First of all, the current is same in every resistor, because there is only one path along which the current can travel. and charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. So if the charge, q amount of charge is going from here, so q amount is going to enter here, right? So the current is same in every resistor. Point number 2, current in the circuit is independent of the positions where the resistors are placed. Okay, whether you place them here, like you just need a path. You don't need the relative orientations of resistors. Okay, next is the voltage is directly proportional to the resistance. If the resistance is more voltage drop will happen here. After that, what is the next point? The total resistance is the sum of all the individual resistances. And next point to be noticed here is total resistance is even more than the greatest resistance in the circuit. Suppose this is 6 ohms, this is 5 ohms, and this is 4 ohms. So total resistance is 11 plus 4, 15. Isn't it? So 15 ohms is even greater than the greatest resistance. So इनमें सबसे बड़ी resistance होगी ना, उससे भी ज़्यादा बड़ा value आएगा overall resistance का. Okay? And remember that why the resistance increases in series combination, because when you are connecting resistances end to end, you are connecting the resistances in a series combination, then it is equivalent to increasing the length of the resistor, and we know that resistance is directly proportional to the length. When the length of the conductor length increases, then the resistance eventually increases, because charge carriers would now have to travel a longer path to move. So that's why it is equivalent to that. इसीलिए ऐसा होता है कि resistance और भी ज़्यादा increase हो जाता है. Fine. So this was all about resistances in series, and now we will be studying resistances in parallel. We need to see that. So here you have resistances in parallel. How to study this? Parallel combination means all the resistances are connected like this, so that the one end, the first end of all the resistors is connected to positive terminal, and the other ends are connected to the negative terminal. Resistances are R1, R2, R3. Now the current starts flowing, and when the charges start flowing, they'll distribute themselves. Like few charges will enter in the first wire depending upon its resistance, few others in the second wire, and few others in the third wire. So what is the current flowing along all these three wires? I1, I2, I3. But they'll reunite back to give you I, because charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. And what is the potential difference across the ends of these resistors? V. So all the resistors are facing the same potential difference, right? And we know that V is equals to IR. So I will be equal to V by R. There in series combination, current was same across all the resistors, but here voltage is same across all the resistors. So this will be, every resistor is achieving the value of V as the potential difference, right? So if I is equal to V by R, so what is the value of I1? I1 is V by R1. What is the value of I2? V by R2. I3, V by R3. So just add all these to get total current. Okay, but after that, you know that total current flowing through the circuit will be equal to total potential difference divided by equivalent resistance in parallel combination V by Rp. So I can be written as V by Rp also. So V and V cancels, and 1 by Rp equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So this is the relation amongst all the resistances which are connected in a parallel combination, such that their first ends are connected to positive terminal and their last ends are connected to negative terminal. So this is the result you are going to get, but it is very important for you to analyze this result. When you will analyze it, the first point that you are going to analyze is the potential difference across all the resistors is same in a parallel combination. Second is the current through each resistor is inversely proportional to the resistor, the value of the resistance. If the value of the resistance is more along the third path, So very less current will be flowing along the third path. So remember that. After that, what is the next point that you can analyze from here? Total current is the sum of all the individual currents that are flowing across all the wires, right? And remember that the total resistance in parallel combination is even less than the least of the resistances. For example, if this is 2, this is 4, this is 6, the overall resistance will be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6. When you will solve it, you will find out कि इनमें सबसे कम resistance जो होगी ना, उससे भी कम value आएगी RP की. So, when the resistances are connected in parallel combination, the resistance is equivalent resistance is reduced significantly. Because what happens when you are connecting resistances in a parallel combination, it is very similar to increasing the cross section area for current. And we know that when cross section area increases, the resistance eventually decreases. So these are the points that you should remember for the resistances which are connected in parallel combination.